Hello there. How are you doing? Let me just see if this is actually working. Hang on. Waiting for confirmation off YouTube. Yes, I can hear it. Wow, my voice sounds even more sexy and low and gravelly than usual. Why? No, not that, Michael. I'm not into that homoerotic shit. Um, because I'm just up early. I got my sleep in finally after entertaining you Yankees and you Australians. Um, non-stop for about a month and a half. So yeah, my sleep's in, so I'm actually not long been up. But I wanted to do this stream, not only because it's another interesting installment in the wonderful world of I would say potential clickbait, because actually I thought it was just an interesting discussion to genuinely have. But also the grift is interdimensional, all-powerful, and almighty. So hello, Scotty. Right, I see what. I'm glad Icon's here because I wanted to have a word with Icon about. We were meant to do a launch of Icon's channel, but presumably he hasn't set it up yet. And actually, I might just do this. I don't think he's hello. I don't think he's set up the channel yet. Because I have looked for it. So presumably he wasn't ready, and I happened to have just crashed out on a Saturday. So my apologies for that, Icon, for crashing out with no notice or whatever. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep this on for now. What do you think of the new B avatar? I'm just trying it out, and also I've written my name slightly differently with an underscore and in block capitals. That's the way I was forced to write it on BitChute, and I think all the others like Gab and Odyssey. So I prefer the look of it. I think it looks edgier. What do you think of the avatar? Hello, Oracles and Beyond. Good to see you. Hello, Paradox. Hello, everyone, actually. Good to see y'all. I know it's a little late in the States, but yeah, it is quite late in the States, actually. What are you all doing up? But I won't make it too long a one. What I wanted to do is create a video for anyone new to the channel or that's just wondering where I am this week. It may be sporadic this week because I'm moving into the flat proper. So I want to just make a record, and an interesting one at that, with a sexy lady on a thumbnail. Why not? I wanted to make a record, and I might say, on the off chance there's anyone new here perusing the interweb that saw that very attractive female and was wondering about the premise, we'll get into that. But also subscribe to me, you fucking pervert. But really, do it. Subscribe. I need subs. And that's the grift. Sweetly Morbid Bear, Cassie Bear. And by the way, least of all, so that you get to look at some, least of all, because the grift is hilarious and you get to look at some nice boobies at the same time. And all my crew knows the grift is real. Anyway, I've been, oh, Jeff Hardensig. Well, I'm surprised that all you guys are still up, to be honest. It's crazy, but nice to see. Oh, Jeff, that's a nice picture. Very nice, sir. You look like a documentary filmmaker now. You look slightly like a fat Louis Theroux. Louis Theroux? Easy for me to say. You look like a fat Louis Theroux, Jeff. There you go. And that's fitting because you are apparently wanting to make a documentary about Native American Indians and shit. Paradox Fossils Hiveless makes my thing move. Perfect. Well, that is the idea after all. Because these days, only the simulation of a relationship with a real human will suffice, according to Klaus Schwab and Bill Gates. Oh, and by the way, fuck, there's such a funny mini joke documentary about Bill Gates that I found, and I've asked for permission to mirror it on my channel, but I don't know if they'll grant it, and I haven't seen anyone else that's mirrored it. But I should have got it ready to link to it, actually. I might still do that. It's just so funny. What's it called? It's called, damn it. I think it might be called This Is Bill, or I can't remember. This Is Bill or something. But anyway, you know what? Bear with me on that. I might do that next time. Just look at Bill Gates' spooky documentary. It's about 15 minutes long, and it's on a channel called, oh, damn it. You know what? Don't worry about it. I'll find it for y'all. It's good to see you all. I know I haven't said hello to everyone, but it's good to see you. Sweetly Morbid Bear. Hi, Evelyn. I was praying for you today. Praying you get laid already. I need the prayers, honey. My family's fucked up and toxic. You want to know the truth? It's kicked off again. So that's why I've got to get the fuck out of here sooner. Man, my kid brothers have been turned against me by a fucking resentful stepdad and a narcissistic parent. The thing is fucked up. They don't see any good qualities in me. And you know, it's so dark. I don't even want to get into it, man. Literally had one of them trying to kill me today, but whatever. Hey ho. And it's sick. And you know what? No one calls that person out for that. And I'm always the one that's the fucking I am the scapegoat, the black sheep, the scapegoat. In narcissistic families, lots of you all know because we're all cut from the same cloth. And I'm not getting into that today. That's not the point of this. But it's literally, you know, it's fucked up. But you get golden children, you get scapegoats, and you get the forgotten child. All of them designations decided by the narcissist. As a way of triangulate and obfuscating and projecting the toxicity, their own toxicity out into the familial unit so as that they can avoid detection because they are a distinct personality structure. It's sick. And I've got no corroboration. No one backs me up. And I've had to get really nifty at knowing being able to psychoanalyze everyone in the unit, knowing exactly what's up. I'm not perfect myself, you know what I mean? I get frustrated when people aren't telling me the truth and aren't straight with me because I'm all about that. But anyway, that's that. But I'm just telling you, it's fucked up. It's fucking fucked up. And you can all go and fuck yourselves, by the way, the people in question, because I found out they've been watching. They were trying to mock me for fucking doing this thing, man. It's fucking sick. It's fucking sick. But hey, let's line it up and get back on the subject. So what do you think? XX, the ideal girlfriend. What do you think about that? And sex sells, but why? Anyone got any ideas? Why does sex sell? What's going on there with that? Why are we wired in such a way that people can bypass hijack our mating, dating instincts and be able to sell us shit? And what is it about? What do men see when they see sexy women? And what do women see when they see other sexy women? What is it about that? Why is the vagina so heralded? Yeah, my channel is up. All right, Icon's channel is up. Well, in that case, well, let's do this, even though it's not an official one, but because I might not be here, let's do this now, Icon. Hang on, is this working? Yes. Let's do this, Icon. Everybody sub to Icon's channel. Icon, put your link in the description and I'll pin it. In fact, Icon, do this. Write Icon the Great. Write sub to Icon the Great or just Icon the Great. Just write Icon the Great, mate, and then the channel link, and I'll pin it to the top of the chat box, and we'll start to get people over there now. Amazing, mate, because there's a few people in, to be fair. So do that, Icon, for me. Perfect. Icon's got a new channel called Icon the Great. There is another one, but it's not the real deal. So we'll get a link to it. But everyone, just right click and open in new tab the link, because otherwise it might take you away from the page. So just whenever you hit a link, right click and open in new tab. All right, so here we go. And anyone who wants to shill their channels out, you have my full permission to do it. Do it. You got to be a mod to do it, but shill your channels out. Go for it, people. So oracles, blast you, and don't just be boring about it. Put like free titties on my channel or big deck on my channel for the tarot reading channels. Oracles. Icon the Great. There it is. Very good. That's nice, mate. That's nice. Well, in that case, link me with that comment. Link me with using the channel. So link me to it, brother. Wicked. And what I have to do is I just have to use this so I can keep up. And we'll get into this. We'll get into a discussion. I want to hear your thoughts. Why does sex sell? An XXX ideal girlfriend. That bit's just a bit of a joke, obviously, because I just wanted to get XXX in the clickbait title. Scotty FJC, barely noticed, Pete. Sorry, mate. Barely noticed that I hadn't been here, mate. Or barely noticed what? I don't know. Don't worry about it, dude. Avoid it. It's not the first time I feel overlooked, brother, considering what I've just told you. But anyway, Icon the Great, throw me a spanner and raise the shield wall. That's right. I need to do that. Right, bear with me. Let me give you a spanner. because you can't link to shit until I do that, mate. And actually, I'll give the Scratcher Scratcher. You know what? Oh shit! Sorry, I'm pressing the wrong thing. Add moderator, right? Scratcher. I'm gonna give you a mod as well, brother, because I don't want you to be naked. There you go. Scratcher, you're a mod now, and Icon the Great should be a mod. Let me know that that's worked, Icon, okay? Awesome. What we got? QB and Hive logo. Oh, cool. Thank you. Well, I'm just trying it out. You might not like it. It might look too much like a hazardous waste sign. And it's not my logo. Excuse me. It's a cleaned up other person's logo. But no, not that there were pictures of cocks in the other one, just that it had a watermark on it or something. Avatar is awesome. Well, okay. Well, I'm going with it for now, but I think I can improve it and make it my own, but it's just a test run, basically. Oh, it's good to see the Enlightened Mank as well. How you doing, Enlightened Mank? I might soften on that whole stance, Mank. I mean, you sort of do what you want at the end of the day, but I was just sharing with you my opinion. For the movement's sake, or whatever you want to call it loosely, I think it's important that we are disciplined with the way we do it. But yeah, fair play to you, mate. And I know how you got there because the what's his name? I can't remember the guy's name now, but I know how you got there, mate. I'm not saying it's not even the case, but Scotty FJC, are you jumping up tonight, Jeff? Right. Let me just do this. Right. Yo, Walter. Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to clear my throat by muting the mic, so it hasn't disappeared. Just bear with me a second. My God. It's because it's the morning for me. I've not long been up. I'm just waking up. Anyway, I get to move into the flat today, which is pretty awesome. Amazing. Right, I'll try and scroll through these things and just pick up on any relative ones. Nope, I didn't do my hair. Very funny, Jeff. Jeff, Icon the Noob. Walt Money. All right, you're just saying hello to people. So, what do you think? Anyone got any ideas for the show title? What do you think of the show title, and what do you think of her, the thumbnail? What deck? Oracles and Beyond needs a deck. Cassie needs a deck in her life. She needs a big deck in her life. Deck of cards. Her joke, not mine. Okay. She just says that shit all the time for anyone who's new. True story. Jeff Harding, a conversation we've never had. Yes. If Hive gets snuffed out in a domestic dispute, who takes over the Hive? Hopefully not my stepdad, mate. Or my mother at that. Or my brothers, or any of them. But fucking honestly, it's so sick. And I go out my way I know exactly what's up. I know exactly, and that's with me taking flack as well, taking a cop for certain aspects of it. But I've got a good character. I know what I'm about the truth, about honesty, about reflecting reality. People don't want to hear it, mate. People don't want to hear it. But you know what? I've been forced as a microcosm to get really to grips with the sickness in wider society. And I'm saying I have to become acutely aware of that shit, brother. Some fucked up shit, man. Moonology, Cass, beautiful deck. Ha 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 ha. Yes, exactly. Oracles and Beyond was a very beautiful deck. Yes, good. Paradox, humans are sexually effed up. I think that might be the answer, actually, mate. I think that's a really good answer. Yeah, sex sells. Why? What's the exact? Let me just see. Why sex sells? Humans are sexually effed up. They are, man. Yeah, it's crazy. What does sex? The weird thing about sex is, what does it really symbolize? We're just hardwired to want the pleasure centers activated. On the one hand, that's just one part of the answer. And there's something about the promise of it because the promise of sex is sort of, in a theory, genetically, it's the answer to an important desire of the sort of the most basic of desires to want to procreate and the continuation of the species or your lineage. And so, and it also, you know what sex also represents, or at least an attractive female represents more so than sex, is possibly regular sex or regular access to the activation of the pleasure centers. And on a spiritual level, what a beautiful woman should and ought to represent, presumably, is if you believe in this sort of that there might be a tantric aspect to enlightenment, actually, at least of all, a sort of psychosocial healing that must take place between the man and the female, you know, the different polarities in a way, the XY, the XX. Then actually, it's also the promise of spiritual well-being, an attractive female as well. That's part of my answer. So a beautiful female is the profound promise of enlightenment. Amazing, in a way. And least of all, by the way, I mean, so they say. Let me just check if this is still working. Sorry. Yeah. Least of all, one of the things the Buddhists say, whether you believe this or not, that's fine. But when they sort of the study of the perpetuation of tendencies, the karmic, developing karmic understanding about karma and the way it works, they say that patience, like the practice of patience and higher moral discipline, but specifically of patience, leads to attractive good looks in the future. So the way you attain attractive good looks in the future, in future lives, they say, is the practice of patience. It's at least true in this one life, isn't it? Because someone who's looking after themselves and not vice-laden will look better than someone who is a crackhead, whore, like active shooter used to be. Or like wagon. No, anyway, joking. So there you go. Anyway, wild edibles. That's a good name. What is that picture of? I hope that's a picture of a wild edible, and not some sort of venereal disease. I don't know what I'm looking at there, but it looks interesting. They do the dishes. Gotta get one. Lol. Nothing sexier than a guy doing the dishes. I missed that, but cool. Wild edibles. Nice to meet you. Shit. Oh, we're getting like, has someone zapped the strip line, the troll? Yeah, I'm hoping someone zapped that shit. I'm sure someone did. Yeah. Who done it? Jeff Harding, you're on it, mate. Jeff Harding rocks. Jeff Harding gets extra special points for that. Well done, Jeff. Quick draw. Nice, Jeff. And in Enlightenment, Peter Pan used pixie dust to get to the North Pole, Promised Land, where the Fountain of Youth is located, aka the Living Waters, aka the Holy Grail, Mank, yes? He chose wisely. I have heard the theory floated, and like I say, interesting theory, and possibly true, but I don't know. Scotty FJC, gotta drive tractor for sure. Okay, then. And just so anyone who didn't see it, this is what came into the chat. Naked HD XWZ online strips without clothing. Well, what else is a strip? If a stripper doesn't get to the point of not having any clothing, they're not a very good stripper, are they? All right, good. We're up to date now. We're good. So, has anyone got any theories? Has anyone got any theories about the premise why sex sells, or do you think I pretty much nailed that shit? Anyone who missed my answer, I've just given the answer before. It might even an attractive woman might even symbolize the profound promise of, you know, enlightenment. Actually, certainly regular access to the activation of the pleasure centers, and the ability to procreate, which also means family support. Hopefully, as long as you're not got a sick, toxic family, but family and support in your later years, isn't it? You know, and it ought to be a family, an asset to the community. So it's also currency and kudos and gravitas and, you know, see what I'm saying? Investment into the community. So an attractive female that can, you know, convince a guy to see potential in her, and all that is the potential that guy sees. I think that's what's being activated. That's why it's so overwhelming, you know. So I think until you sort of reckon with that, you won't be able to surmount that desire, and you might not even be able to do it anyway. It's deeply affecting. When it comes to women, why they find women like that attractive, maybe it's just aspirational in some way. They say that all women are slightly lesbian. I don't know if you believe that or if you think that's true, but I've heard it and I believe it, there might be something in it weirdly. Um, but yeah, I think it's the tendency. I think it's the tendency in women to sort of be able to adapt, to not to nurture, and so if yeah, I think they can adapt to sort of getting it wherever they need to get it in a way, affection. So I think that's what that might be. Also, for when the guys are out hunting, they might get a little bit bored and horny, and someone should create that cosplay. That sounds pretty interesting. Wild Edibles. Someone said those rubber dolls do the dishes, or did I read that too quickly? Well, don't click on the link. I don't know. Maybe there's only one way to find out. Click on the link. Scotty FJC, if they did, you know what? I bet Icons already did that message and I forgot to pin it. So let me scroll up. I bet he's already done it and I've missed it, haven't I? Dun, 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 dun. Icon the Great. Icon, I'm not sure if. Oh, I have an update trying to push through. That's why the pooter is slow. Icon the Great, did you post your link, mate? I want you to be the one that's posted it because, well, you know where it is, but also it's got your name right next to it. I'm not seeing it, Icon, so I don't think you've done it yet. So let me know. And by the way, anyone who's new to this channel, because the beautiful thumbnail brought you in, well, come on over and hit the subscribe and the bell button. We get into interesting chats. So we do discuss those sorts of things. They're deeply philosophical and interesting. And we have a laugh at the end of the day. It's a comedy truth channel essentially. So you get a bit of all of it. Oh, Scotty FJC, if they did dishes. Oh right, sorry, I must have missed that actually. Jackpot. The promise of dishwashing, is that what we're saying? The promise of dishwashing. Yes, that's why attractive females are so alluring. It's like a advertisement for your new dishwasher. So sexist, but only joking. It was Scotty. I didn't say that. Scotty said it. Oracles and Beyond, if they do the dishes, I'm in. Exactly. I'm literally in. Literally. Jeff Harding, I pray often that Icon loses his virginity before he dies of old age. Can you imagine the irony of leaving a world that is morally bankrupt in sex and debauchery, still a virgin? Well, exactly, mate. Yeah. Although, if it gets any more debauched and corrupt and morally bankrupt, there won't be much of a risk of any of us leaving as a virgin, even if we're very young. Because if the liberal establishment get their way, midget sex will become legal. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. But we all know what California is really all about. Fucking freaks. Icon the Great, I should say. Icon the Great. Who needs clothing? I don't think that needed question marks if you wanted it to be truly rhetorical. Icon is a nudist, for anyone who doesn't know. I am not a nudist. I just happen to be underneath all these clothes. Not trying to be funny, it's just true. I'm not all about it, but I am, I have that dimension to me. Sorry to break it to you guys, but it's true. Scotty FJC, oh Cassie, could you could all of us blocked so quick. What? Oh, Cassie, you could get all of us blocked so quickly. Right, I must have missed what she actually said. Right. Paradox Fossils, 2,000 out of 5,000 would save you a lot of money in the long run. Oh, 2,000 to 500. Oh, did they come in with an advertisement like that, was it? I might have missed that. I don't know what actually you're referring to, but right, let me, I'm going to have to blast through these because I'm trying to just see. Oh, what were you saying? Hang on. Oh, actually, you're saying some funny stuff. Jeff Harding, can't miss it if I haven't read it right. I don't know what that is about. Scotty FJC, cheap dishwasher in the long run. Yes, the ancient dishwasher was long long tried, and yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Scotty. There was nothing wrong with the God's favorite dishwasher. What are you talking about? It's not my joke. It's I'm blaming Scotty. Hey, casual sexism much, Scotty? Fuck you. Hilarious. I'm playing. Scotty, Sweetly Morbid Bear, I hate snail trail. So so no, I'm not a lesbian. Hilarious. Hilarious. I almost believe you. I almost believe you. But if it was a deal breaker and that was what that's what would have got you into Paradox Fossil's honeypot, I reckon you wouldn't say no to his wife's snail trail, would you? Icon the Great, Sweetly Morbid Bear, no, I'm a dude and not a chick. I'm a dude and also not a chick. Sweetly Morbid Bear, Icon, I was saying women need clothing. Right. Well, I missed something there because or at least on the face of that statement, pretty sure I disagree. Pretty sure I disagree. Walt Money Scratcher. Hey, Walt. Wild Edibles, yes. Wild Edibles, yes. I see that I have a chick that I have to give attention, nurture it, adapting. Awesome. I'm gonna preemptively make you a mod, Wild Edibles. I hope I don't live to regret this. I'm just gonna assume that you're from the survival sort of world. You know what I mean? Which I'm loosely a part of, and I say loosely only because I'm in the UK and I'm not very good at it. But I'm gonna hope that I got that right, Wild Edibles. But nice to meet you, really. It's an honor. I just hope you're not a troll. Well, I do get troll issues in this neck of the woods quite often. Oracles and Beyond, Cuddle Mate and Dishes Doer. Cuddle Mate and Dishes Doer. I'm like, yes. Well, a woman said that, so I can't be accused of being sexist. But Cuddle Mate and Dishes Doer. Well, what you call a man, Oracles? I want to hear what you call a man. Inseminator and bread maker. Inseminating bread maker. Or just inseminator pretty much does it, but yeah. Icon the Great, realizer of true potential, realizer of the cuddle mate's potential. Is that it? Sweetly Morbid Bear. Oh, lol, my bad. I'm a naturist. Don't give an F about clothes. Well, that would mean that you do give more than an F about clothes because you like care about it. So I don't believe you. If you were like blasé like me, or blouse, blouse or no blouse, no one cares. Then I would say maybe, but you obviously clothes bother you. Clothes bother naturists, mate. That's why they're naturists, I presume. The enlightened man, the woman, aka the divine goddess, the holy grail of the fairy cup. You choose wisely. That's very good. Well, that's true, actually, Mike. I like your adaptation there, but yeah, that's a good answer as to why sex sells. The first part of the question, like I say, that I floated, XXX, the ideal girlfriend. What that is, just so people know how I arrived there, except for the fact that it's super awesome clickbait shit. But also what it is well, the meta extraction of just the promise to engage the pleasure centers would be the XXX market. So, but there's a lot absent there. You know, the enlightened aspects, the courting, or sorry, I should say, the friendship aspect. I don't even know if I agree. Well, you know what I mean. This sort of the enlightenment aspect. Let's just put it that way. I don't know about friendship, but the enlightenment aspect. But hey, oh, there's his post. Link posted again, so I did miss it. Icon. I do apologize, mate. So let me find that message. Enlightened Mank did it actually, to be fair. So if I had to do it, I'd use that one. But I'm just trying to find the one where there he is. Link posted again. All right, you sort of ruined it by saying that link posted again, Icon, because I can't, because that's just a boring advertisement for your channel. If I pin that now, which I will, I'll pin it until you come up with better, mate. But you know what I'm saying. Right, here you go. I've pinned his message. All right, great. So see that message at the very top, pinned by Hiveless B? Please, everybody go and right click on that link and open a new tab and subscribe to Icon, please. Let's get him, well, let's get him to a point of engagement with that channel where he can actually start to live stream and it be a good time. Let's, because I had to slog to get to this point where everybody's engaged and having a good time. Although, to be fair, I got pretty good engagement early on, but it's still, it's been work trying to find my fruit fly family. But I have decided to find you all, haven't I? Magically. Awesome. And some of you have found me, but mainly I found you. Michelle Seymour. Hey, you remember me? Very bored, you guys must be. But how can we use the boredom to our advantage? Exactly. The grift much? Grift much with sexy hot female thumbnails much? Well, I don't know if you missed my answer, Michelle, but I did get into some profound, deep unpacking of what the desire to pack really is all about. The promise, yeah, an attractive female promises not only regular access to the activation of the pleasure centers, the promise of procreation, a continuation of your genetic heritage and lineage, future support in your old age, investment in the community, which works as ends up meaning kudos in the community. So in other words, survivability goes way up when you do that. In theory, in a healthy society, I might add, and work hands and help and farm hands and help around the homestead or whatever. It's just the advantages theoretically are endless if you don't live in a fucked up world where people are pretty fucked up. So that's what it promises. When you see a beautiful female, lots of virtue. You're seeing the promise of a lot of virtue. I'm in California. And the meta extraction of that desire. Oh, are you in California? No, so you know the heart of the fucking beast then in that sense. You got the city of London, which is where it really is all at. I think that's the real Mordor. Then you got California, that's the Silicon Mordor. Icon the Great, Paradox Fossils, you signed on. Right, that in the UK means that you've signed up for government welfare, state aid. Wild edibles, if it wasn't snowing outside, maybe. Right. Icon the Great, yay, midgets. Yeah, well, I don't know about that. Thank you, the Manco, appreciate it. So everybody go and sub to Icon the Great, that's pinned post. That's his new channel, and he's going to be doing live streams there. And I'll keep shilling it out to get him going. But yeah, everybody go and sub to that, please. And everyone who wants to sub their channels out, just do it. Just do it. Okay? Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to go on for ages, but this is really, it's just a fun stream. I'm glad you all turned up. I'm actually surprised there was such a good turnout. It's cool. But like I said, I wanted there to be something there for everyone to go and see, to understand, to know that I'm moving into the flat this week. That was the update, so I could get into that bit next. I'm moving into the flat this week, and it's going to take a lot of my attention getting stuff ready over here and to go over there. So I might not get to do many streams or anything like that. So, you know, but at least you get to hang out with me retrospectively here. Hello. Jeff Harding. And by the way, the camera's going to improve. So I know it's a grainy, shitty camera. It's going to all improve for anyone who's new. Just bear with me. Have patience. And as soon as I'm in the new flat, man, the production value is going to start to increase in quite a profound way. Jeff Harding, you can tell when you spent a drunk evening dancing with a midget, the dried snail trail is down your shin instead of your thigh. Because you've been bent over, Jeff. That's quite the visual image. And how many people had the IQ to generate that image that he was trying to get you to think of? What the fuck are you going on about, Jeff? It's hilarious. I think that was a bad posture / pre-cum joke. Icon the Great, Michelle Seymour. Hey, you remember me? Hey, girl. already started flirting because he's setting up his new channel. He's going to be famous now. Amazing. Yes, remember, this is also a convoluted dating app. So if you want to not only put your links in the chat, as long as you're not like, well, you know what I'm saying. Only mods can do it anyway, in truth. Actual links, that is. Sweetly Morbid Bear, just thinking of what time of the month we know clothing. Well, what does that mean? What is that? Is it Naked November or something? Why is November all of those things like Movember and shit like that? And there's other ones that I don't know what they are. Icon the Great, casual sex. No wonder you don't get laid. You got to put some effort into it, mate. That's funny, dude. Very good. I might say that this is probably my most impressive title for a show so far. I don't think the numbers quite bore out something that would represent success. But I'd have to say, if I was casually perusing the live filter for live streams and I'd seen this title and that thumbnail, you know I would have clicked on that shit at the end of the day. So if you have happened to have clicked on it and you're here, subscribe to me, motherfuckers. Even if this, well, it was always going to be a discussion on the topic, and I've already covered it. So if you're here late, it doesn't matter, but we get into all sorts of interesting things. Hit the sub button and the bell button. Do it now, motherfuckers. Wild Edibles, first time I got a message for being a mod. Weird. Yay. You got a message? I didn't know you get messages for being mods. Okay. I don't know what that is. Scotty FJC, sweetly, why would you get a message for being a mod? Why? Oh, maybe they've changed. Oh, right. Maybe they've changed things then. Maybe that's just a new thing. It's interesting. Oracles and Beyond, I called a man a cuddle mate and dishes doer. Oh, that's what you're calling a man. Well, fuck that shit. That's obviously completely backwards. What, while you're in the living room doing tarot reading for your YouTube career? Well, I don't think that's what God intended, Oracles, but okay then. Okay then. Michelle Seymour, hey, you remember me? Although there are worse lifestyles, actually. I think I can think of way worse setups. Oracles and Beyond. Hello. Oh, you're just saying hello. What am I? Wow, did I read that out? Icon the Great. Sweetly Morbid Bear. Yeah, some kind of covering is in order for cotton pony time. What the fuck is cotton pony time? I mean, hang on. What does it mean, Dad? What does it mean? Everybody, remember, see the pinned comment at the top of the chats? At the top of the chat. That's Icon's new channel. Please go and subscribe to it, everyone. Let's get him started. And the thing is, you guys are all dedicated losers that don't have a life, and this is all you do. So if you get on that channel, then he'll have good engagement. And that's the idea. So go and hit the link. It's another place to avoid having to face your own desperation for another random evening of light stream madness. Click the link. Click his link now, people. Do it. Scotty FJC. Oh, with a bolt on deck, Cass. Interesting. Interesting. During the family argument, they endeavored to try and mock me about this new endeavor, and they started to take the mickey out of me. Oh, you're doing comedy now, are you? Oh, with the silly voices. Oh, amazing. Amazing. So fuck you. You're now part of my live stream, losers. Absolute fucking wankers. And you know what? I think that gives me full permission to unpack the true insanity that is my toxic mess of a fucking family, for which I am the scapegoated child. And anyone who knows what I mean by that, it's sick. It's fucking sick and it's abusive. and all the toxicity and the toxic waste and the sludge all gets pinned on the one individual because no one's willing to admit their role in events leading up to the tension that builds up to that, the misperceptions and distortions in perceptions of all of the different members of the family being perpetuated cross time and encouraged. Man, literally like training your kids to hate one person in the family. It's not your blood. There you go. Well, how about stick with your cuckoldry, mate, and go and yeah, go and fuck yourself, you fucking resentful, twisted motherfucker, and the rest of you. You can all go and fuck yourselves. And by the way, when I say that, I'm not saying it with any hatred or malice. It's just literally a very stern no. It's just I'm not accepting the framing, not at all. Sick fuckers. Anyway, moving on. Paradox Fossils. Hey, you remember me? I actually had a girl ask me that once. Really? Was it the morning after the night before? And is it because you were doing meth together? Paradox Fossils. And was the answer no? And get out my house, you fucking crazy bitch. Paradox Fossils. Cassie, I do dishes all the time and I'm warm. That's a good advertisement. I don't think that really does it for women, and regardless of what they say. Women say a lot of fucking shit, mate, at the end of the day, but they're not very good at representing their own true reality because they're so mad and complex. They don't really know. Not all of them, not most of them, I would say. Not what their drivers are. I mean, well, no man really knows it until they get into the business of unpacking that shit. But no, don't believe a woman when she tells you what women want. They know the least about what women want, theoretically. What is it? Oh, what's that saying? Don't listen to what they say, look at what they do. There you go. Don't listen to what they say, look at what they do. They don't go for dishwashers, mate. They don't. Icon degrade. They want to be anyway. Icon degrade. I posted the link earlier. Don't think it stuck as I wasn't a mod yet. Right. Well, okay. Well then, fine. Well, I've pinned that one for now, mate. Anyway, it's all good. Oracles and Beyond. Oh, let me share out. Oh, nice. Yes. Oh, right. Okay. Awesome. Well, I don't know, Oracles and Beyond, if you that's lovely of you. Thank you. I don't know if you wanted to maybe post Icon's link somehow. I'll leave it up to you. He's got a new channel. He's a good bloke, and it's gonna be fun. Michelle Seymour, hey, you remember me? Oh, so why? It's just I'm Anchorman. I just read it out if it comes up on the teleprompter. And Swilly Mummy Bear, only boring people get bored. That is actually true, and only hateful people get hateful. Yeah, it's actually true, honey. It is. I'm always thoroughly entertained, but only because my family is trying to kill me. Hey, Michelle Seymour, hey, you remember me? What a great what a great idea. Rather, what a great idea. I don't know what the idea was, but okay then. Wild edibles. There's always something to do here. Yes. Well, there is always something. Well, yeah, some sort of thing always needs picking up. If you've got that spirit, that's right. Wild edibles, there's always something that needs picking up. If you've got the imagination to see how the best payload you could deliver at that time, then yeah, you can lighten the burden on humanity or something. There's always someone you can help. That's absolutely sure. That's for real. That's for real. Sweetie Morbid Bear, you get all sexy when you're smart. I'll keep praying for you. Amazing. Awesome. Oh yeah, well actually, well that might be another stream, but like what men, um, what the display of the peacock male is for the female, and I think it's mind stuff. I think it's a display of intellectual prowess or ability in the psychosocial domains. I think it's personality. I think it's all that. I think the real Ferrari, as it applies to women, the real thing that gets women is all of that. I think, yeah, I think that matters to women. I really do. Well, least of all because if you are with a bit of a chubby fat dude going into later life, you at least want it to be funny, intellectual, engaging, astute, philosophical, whatever the fuck it is, right? Unless you're just not made of that stuff. I mean, you know, not everyone's into it. But hey, Wild Edibles, there we go. Me and Caveman dropped by. Oh, are you part of a you got a shared channel? It's like you and the hubby kind of thing. Well, either way, it's nice to meet you, by the way, really. I'll check your channel out proper. I'm probably already subbed to be fair, because I know a lot of the sub swapping goes on as well in the survivalist community. So we might even already be subbed at the end of the day. I'll just have to go and check. Sweetly Morbid Bear, haha. Ha ha ha, rather. See, I'm not the only one who knows the slang snail trail. Yay, right. It's pretty much, oh, right, the hair thingy. Oh, right, well, oh, snail trail. Did I get, oh, I meant landing strip. Oh, shit, sorry. I mixed up what you meant with landing strip or something, didn't I? Didn't I? Right, I thought, right, earlier I think I got that messed up. I thought you meant the landing strip or something. And it's called Treasure Trail. That's in UK. It's called Treasure Trail. You know, the bit of hair, the trail of hair going up to the belly button. It's called Treasure Trail for reasons that are clearly obvious. Excuse me, I'm sleepy. I've only just woken up. But there you go. I now understand what happened there. Icon the Great, Sweetly Morbid Bear, Snail Trail always made me chuckle. Same with Pecker Tracks. Unless I've missed it. You know what? I might have just totally missed it, and it might be some American shit that I've got no idea about. But hey, Mr. Jones, it's good to see you again, Mr. Jones. Hello. Did you like the thumbnail? I hope so. Long Pecker Tracks. Exactly. Well, you know what, people? I'm not going to go on for too much longer, mainly because my arm is tired. And this is, like I said, just a video that I wanted to put there for everyone that if I'm not really there this week, that people can refer to know why I'm not. So there you go. Icon the Great. Yep, I just got a mod message too. There you go. It's a new feature of YouTube then. That's interesting. Yeah, it is interesting. Wild Edibles. Yeah, a message came up to tell me what I could do. Never had that before. Must be new. Right. That's interesting. Thanks for the heads up. Well, what I'm going to do is blast through these. Oh, Sweetly Morbid Bear. We're talking about periods harvest. That's disgusting. What in relation to what? I'm gonna have to look that up now. I mean, okay then. Oracles and Beyond. I will do my part too. I don't know what that's referring to. Unless you mean with icons thing, I'm not sure. Wild Edibles, and thank you if that's what you mean. Wild Edibles, lol. Yeah, that time of the month, it's hard to be naked, lol. Right. Okay. Wild Edibles, just do it. Click if you know what you want to. What? Just do it. Click it. You know you want to. Just do it. Click it. You know you want to. Yes. Everybody go and subscribe to Icon the Great now. I don't know if that's what you meant, but hey. And everyone can shill out their channel links. You know that, don't you? You can shill out your channel links if you want to, my fam. My beautiful fruit fly fam. Oh, and if you get a spanner, it means you've joined the bee masons. Just saying. And apparently mason is a type of bee. You got the mason bees. Isn't that interesting? That's actually true, apparently. But anyway, you become a bee mason. Pretty cool. No, it's not like the Freemasons, strictly heterosexual initiations. Okay, okay. Michelle Seymour, sometimes the best things happen naturally. Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, I'm not a fan of all the sort of stifled fake bollocks. Exactly. I don't know what that's in exact reference to, but I tend to agree. In fact, I least of all, I agree with these sorts of streams because I haven't, even though this title and stuff seems like contrived, you know, I literally put that together in 5 minutes, right? I wouldn't think of that shit. I was just fucking around. I'm gaming something out a little bit, but I was just seeing if it works. By the way, everyone's subscribed to it. If you haven't already subbed, sub me. Do it, because we have a laugh over here. Just do it. Mr. Jones, it's the in thing to do. Everyone's doing it. Makes you feel good. Well, then fine, let's do it. The peer pressure mantra, everyone. It's the It's the in thing to do. Everyone's doing it. Makes you feel good. Come on. Free love on the free love highway. Jeff Harding, especially if you were a crime scene investigator, I'd be confusing. It'd be confusing, especially if you were a crime scene investigator. It'd be confusing. The trail of blood down the leg. I think that's what he's getting at. Disgusting, Jeff. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Sweetly morbid bear. Is that what the snail trail means? Really? I mean, that's not as good as my one. To be fair, I thought it should, because snail trails look literally like the aftermath of a pre-cum disaster. Sweetly morbid bear. Hiveless, you gotta run away from that family. Yes, I fucking do, honey. It's sick. And no one admits it is. And my wider family doesn't know that's how it is and the dynamic. And no one corroborates my experience of events. And it's so fucked up. So I'm starting anew. Fuck it. I'm starting anew over there. Yeah, man. Such a mess, man. So fucking toxic. Ruthless. Jesus, that thumbnail is clickbait, mate. Isn't it, Ruthless? Yes, brother. I know, brother. It was a good one, huh? It was a good one. I know. I've already discussed, Ruthless, if you watch your retrospective, I've already discussed what I think, an attractive female represents, but you can still discuss and tell me what you think the attractive female represents, or at least why you think sex sells, the hijacking of our mating desires or the pleasure center instincts. Yeah, wild edibles, lol. We talked about being naked, not clickbait, lol. Right. Jeff Harding, Ruthless is here. Start your lady bonus. Oh my God, Ruthless just came in the house. Everyone, it's the crazy Australian ladies. No, he's not gonna. He doesn't put up with that shit anymore, ladies. He's a real alpha male in the house. He's got his own channel. You should go and subscribe to him. Actually, Ruthless. Okay. I was going to say, Ruthless, you know what? I was going to say, show your channel out. But if you're not a mod, you can't fucking show your channel out. And Ruthless insists on not being a mod, by the way, everyone. So you're sure you don't want to be moderated? You sure you don't want to become a blue spanner just to show your new channel, your own channel out, Ruthless? And you know what? Icon can show your channel out for you, mate. And I know he will do that, and that's fine. But if you want to, let me know anyway. Icon the Great, you finally stopped brushing your computer screen. Well, like, yeah, well, I wiped the snail trail off earlier. Still don't know why that relates to period. That's disgusting. Ruthless, oh, I'm still visible. Hi, everybody. I didn't ban you, Ruthless, if that's what you mean. No, I didn't ban you like you banned me for no reason. Have you unbanned me yet? Michelle Seymour, hey, you remember me? Icon, whatever, I subbed. Yes, it's working, Icon. It's fucking working. Is this still working? It's working. Ruthless, Icon the Great, they were big. Yes, they were big. Indeed. Those eyes, those sweet eyes. Wild edibles, as a woman, I find it hard to apologize. That's right. Well, I respect that you could admit that much, which is kind of turning me on, because I've got such a low bar now for decent moral human behavior coming from whammons in that regard. Although I'm kind of joking, but also it is hardwired for women to not ever admit fault, possibly because they might have got killed for doing it. Who knows? Especially if they'd had an affair. They might have actually been ostracized or burned to the stake. As a woman, I find it hard to apologize. I can admit that it gets confusing when you're hangry. Yeah, it's a nightmare. Fortunately, I myself have become a wizard at being able to read people. So I basically read their minds now anyway. And even if I get it wrong, I'm a good interrogator. So I get there very quickly. My presumption draws out the truth very quickly. And so, whatever, ladies, I'll get to the bottom of your insanity very quickly. You shall not be able to evade my bullshit detector. Icon the Great, Michelle Seymour. Hey, you remember me? Thanks, yeah, ma'am, for subscribing to his new channel, which is pinned at the top. Everyone, go and subscribe. Go and subscribe to Icon the Great's new channel. Thank you. Mr. Jones saying hello to Wild. Icon the Great, Ruthless. I hope you enjoyed that video. Right, I haven't watched that yet. Let's see this. Wild Edibles. My younger brother told me the secret to a good relationship was to throw chocolate when she's mad. Ah, that's hilarious. That might even be true. Rufus, Icon the Great. I thought I sent you something back right there, having a conversation about things. And let me just see how far behind the chat I am, actually. Oh my God, I am actually quite far behind. Oh, shit. Well, you know what? I'm just going to have to be pretty brutal. If you've been making some really good observations and saying some stuff, I'll try and pick up on it, but I'm likely going to miss it. Michelle Seymour says, signs of life we are seeking. Oh, signs of life we are seeking. That's an interesting statement. Signs of life we are seeking. Unpack that for me, honey. That sounds deep, man. I like that. Wild Edibles, I told him you should be throwing chocolate, then doing the dishes. Ha ha ha. Icon the Great Roof. Right, I'm not going to skip it, or you're in having a conversation with each other. Yeah, I'm going to miss all that stuff because I've got to move on. Oh, right. Wild Edibles, thank you. Yes, me and Caveman, hubby, and wife channel. Wicked. If it's the channel I'm thinking of, then it's really nice to see you. But also, if it's not, I'll sub you. And although I bet I'm already sub, but we'll see. I'll hook up with you for sure. Very cool. Very cool. I love that whole community, by the way, the survival thing. I've got myself, I don't have a homestead or anything like that, so I've had to go bug out bag myself and food stores. But I'm gonna get into all that sort of stuff more when I get to it and show people what I'm gonna be hoarding. Right. So moving on. My hub has a treasure forest, a very hairy belly button, in other words. Sweet Morbid Bear, you didn't miss it. You just didn't understand what I meant when I said it. I'm not a lesbian because I don't like snail trail. Right, I see. Thank you for correcting me on that. I've got you now. I've got you now. Awesome. What's that? The new Dexter is awesome. Oh, right, really? Note to self, check that out, whatever that is. That sounds interesting. Right, I'm going to skip a bunch. So if I missed you, Icon of Greats asking brains, you got Dexter cattle? Don't know what that is. Oh, Dexter is breed of cow icon. Oh, right, then that wasn't what he meant, obviously, but there you go. Paradox, believe, be happy, because. I agree with that. And B lives matter. I'm going to make a t-shirt, B lives matter, by the way. B lives matter. Free love. I've got a song with that in the song title, in the lyrics, called Japanese Lovers. Free love. And also there was a Beatles song, wasn't there? The Word. Spread the word. Remember that? Spread the word and you'll be free. Spread the word and be like me. Spread the word I'm thinking of. Have you heard the word is love? It's so fine. It's sunshine. Spread the word. Da, 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 da. That's what that reminds me of. Free love. It's like it's far out. Excuse my singing. I've only just woken up, like I said, but it wasn't bad for a just woken up voice. But it's total hippie far out shit. It was pretty much the start of the. It was probably done in '66. That album, I think it was on The Word. I forget what that was on, like Rubber Soul or something, I'm not sure if it was Rubber Soul actually, but either way, it doesn't matter. That was sort of the start of the sentiment that led to this Summer of Love, even though it was like the year or two before. Icon sees with snow. Indeed, it is. Brains, some of the best meat, or earlier in the year, or something. Some of the best meat you can get from a mild-sized bovine comes from the, what did you say it was? Dexter cows, right? Ruthless. Sex sells because boys like to bump the girls ugly. Deep, man. And also, I do appreciate your contribution to the show title and the subject in question. I actually do appreciate you. I think that is actually the most coherent um offering from the Fruit Flyers that's on topic tonight, Ruthless. So there you go. You win a prize. Well done. You get to not be banished for one more stream. Scotty FJC, wowee, I learned something new. Thank you, Icon. Dexter, the serial killer. I thought that's what you were referring to. Although I was sort of hoping that you meant Dexter's Laboratory, which was one of my favorite cartoons when I was a child. Ruthless, no, I'm a gamma. He he. I don't think you are a gamma, are you? I don't think that's a good thing to be a gamma, mate. Ruthless, I don't make content. I do viral tours from now on. Okay, then, viral tours of bus route journeys and random chats with Icon. Icon sees Mr. No brains. Oh, I haven't watched Dexter in ages. Good series. Didn't stay that way for long, though. I never bothered with it, but yeah. Wild edibles, yes, but why do you want to bump it? Yes, exactly. That is the nature of the question. Well done, wild edibles. That's almost like Will Smith level in Men in Black level intelligence. You didn't answer the question yet. Do 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 do. Whoa. Nothing can get past you, wild edibles. Amazing. Rufus, who says I want to bump it? You just did. You just did. And we all know you do. Who doesn't? Come on. Scotty FJC, season 4 was my fave. Trinity. Right. Rufus, show me first. Yes. Show me the goods first, and I'll decide whether I want to bump it ugly. Bump ugly it. Icon sees Mr. No. Dang, it's -4 degrees Celsius here. Brrr. Thanks for doing that for my sake, because I don't know what a Fahrenheit even is. Ruthless. Right. Right, you talking shit about shit. Sweetie Mother Bear, as I am making hot cocoa, because clearly I'm mad. What? You don't get instant highlights, instant hot chocolate. You make it up fresh from cocoa. You total freak. Who does that anymore? My God. Manan. She did. Paradox Fossils. I've actually bought hot chocolate ice cream. That was a tenuous link just to try and flirt with Sweetly Morbid Bear. That was a very tenuous link. It was the sort of thing an autist would say while he's trying to chat up a woman. That was funny, dude. Paradox Fossils, frozen hot chocolate. That's weird. Oracles and Beyond. He. Right. Well, let me just scan. Stir it hard, sweetly. Stir it hard, sweetly. You know, if we didn't know that you're referring to someone whose handle is Sweetly Morbid Bear, I might have suggested using a comma. But yes, stir it hard, but sweetly. Harder sweetly. Yes, harder sweetly, indeed. I'm doing it as hard as I can. You should have mumbled that. It would have been even harder. That was rough. Faster. Guys, is everybody getting excited? I think what it is naturally they want something climactic after the total prick tease that is that super hot whamming thumbnail. And the XXXs in the title. So now everyone is descending. It's a race to the bottom, and they're trying to orchestrate a written climax scene. It's quite fun, actually. It's entertaining, to say the least. Icon sees, but we have got some very climactic, epic Egmont Overture all over your face music from Beethoven very soon. Icon sees, but no, if there's no pictures, it didn't happen, sweetly. Wow, that is a pretty hot chat up line for the corpse you're about to get frisky with. In the case of Sweetly Morbid Bear, she's a dead bear. And what's the technical name for bears, by the way? You know, you've got this sort of, isn't there a name for, like, you've got bovine and you've got avian, is it? And all those sorts of terms. What is a bear called? Because that would have been funny if I knew that then. Oracles and Beyond. Great job, Hyrule. That's what she said. And thank you also, Cassie. I appreciate it. Thank you. I am going to close it down really soon. Swilly More Bear, stir it too hard, and it makes a mess everywhere. Exactly. It creates a vortex that is takes on a life of its own, and you go, you go beyond the stir of no return. Oracles and Beyond, bump the girls ugly. Okay, then, if you say so. Ruthless, it's Pavlovian conditioning, the drive to want to fuck anything with a pulse. We say it's Pavlovian conditioning, but actually, there's going to be an aspect of it that's been, we've had a lot of conflation by the advertising industries and whatnot. Or least of all, women's own instinct to advertise their own sexuality. And the whole sort of, grift of that, like, that whole grift, the oldest grift in the world, dude. But Pavlovian, strictly speaking, would mean it's an augmentation of the sort of intuition. We already have it hardwired, don't we, as well, mate? So I hear that there's something in what you're saying, but also it's at its core, what is the nature of our hardwired tendency to want to hump things that move? But not just things that move, but in particular things that look like attractive women that move. Scotty FJC, I gotta do the dash. Yes, big love from Australia, fam. Absolutely, Scotty. You've not mixed much because I'm literally about to close it down. I'll get a towel, sweetly, very funny icon. I like Dexter's Lab. It was very well written. It actually, yeah, well, it was actually, and brilliantly voiced as well. Okay, you know what, everyone? I'm gonna just assume. I'm hoping I'm not missing anything wonderful that you've been saying. Cocoa is awesome. Just don't throw a hot cocoa. Exactly. Ruthless uh Poindexter's sister. Yeah, okay. Sweetie Morbid Bear, I'm allergic to milk and soy so much more. So almost everything I have is made from scratch. Well, I am actually subscribed to a channel called Scratch and Go Crazy. And also we had a scratch in earlier, didn't we? So, oh, did you kill Scratch? Well, actually, we've got someone called Woodland Warrioress that has her own instructions on how to make milk from hemp. And even though hemp is pretty disgusting when it's untreated, she swears that she's got a milk recipe from hemp. Sweetly Morbid Bear, I will get her back on and we will get into her instruction how to make milk from hemp, by the way. So all right, you know what I'm gonna do? Oh, hang on. The Necrophilia Bear, very funny. Oh, here we go with Necrophilia Bear. You started it by getting that name. Get frisky with a corpse. Hell's here. Ha ha ha. Hell is Morticia. Sweetly Morbid Bear, not hiveless. It doesn't have to have a pulse, apparently. If it's recently dead and still mildly warm, is that okay? Right, I'm gonna close it down there. That's good. So everyone stops commenting a load of shit. Wild edibles, if we advertise what we want, usually we don't get it. That's a brilliantly deep observation. But I might argue that there's a style issue going on but that's so deep. You know what? That could be a program. Note to myself later. That's so fucking deep. I think that could be the follow-on for this stream. I'm going to promise to because I'll get to use this stream title again now, but I want that to be like where we get into it next time. Try and remember that. If we advertise what we want, we usually don't get it. That's so deep, man. Because I've been on the grift trying to get subs over to this channel, and inevitably there has to be a bit of shenanigans at least, but I do try and be direct. But yeah, inevitably it's just people are geared to not trust the hard salesman. So they've got to there's got to be some charm so that you at least open a door for yourself. Like, anyway, I could get into that next time, but on that bombshell, and it's brilliant, that is. Yeah, hide it. They want more. That's so interesting. Well, that's why I haven't showed you anything from the waist down yet. Sweetly Morbid Bear, here he's already first on the list to F me when I'm dead. Awesome. Well, could you put that in your will? And I mean, wow, that's a whole interesting thing, isn't it? Do you think they'd ever allow that in a will? I don't think so. I don't think that'll ever be allowed. But it's an honor, though. It's absolutely an honor. Ruthless, I used to play scratch and sniff in the playground at school with the girls. That is disgusting. But on that bombshell, Ruthless, I'm going to play the Egmont Overture. You're good for 10 minutes, fam. Thanks for joining me. It's been fun. And I'll see you possibly within the week. I'm not sure. Remember to subscribe to Icon the Great at the top, the link in the chat box. Subscribe to me and hit the bell button if you are new to the channel on account of my very sexy thumbnail grift. And enjoy this 10 minutes of Egmont Overture, a bit of Beethoven, and I'll see you. Is that still on? Yes, I'll see you very shortly, I hope. Here is the music. Toodaloo, folks. Toodaloo.